Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the ScreenBytes Podcast, where we talk about movies, video games, technology, and everything in between. My name is Jacob, and I got my co-host over here. His name is
Talent. Hello.
over there. And today we have a really great podcast for you. Today we're going to be doing a lot of different things. We're going to go over a few little news bits going on in last week. We're going to talk about the new Zelda game that came out, I think, last Friday. Is that when it came out? Last Friday? And then we're going to do some fact or fiction based on Zelda, which should be some fun stuff. And then we're going to rank our best Nintendo franchises, I think from 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's going to be fun as well. But before we hop into this action-packed podcast, how you been, man, this week?
Been fine, dude. I've been working just every day again, living the life.
That's what happened last week.
Yeah, just working my butt off, trying to make a living. I got my girlfriend to watch. She doesn't really like Marvel, but I got her to watching it in chronological. So we watched the Captain America, like the very first Captain America movie.
Okay.
She liked it for once. She was talking crap about it. She did not want to watch Chris Evans. She does not care about the character, but she watched it and she's like, that was pretty good. So next we're watching Captain Marvel. So that's pretty exciting.
So you're watching them in the order that they are technically should have been watched in?
Yes.
Not by when they released it? Okay.
I've never watched it that way. I've only ever watched it just when they were released. So this is new for me. She kind of knows like some of like the spoilers. Like she knew who Nick Fury was, who Bucky Barnes is going to be, like all that. But it's still interesting for her and like seeing how she reacts to it.
Yeah, I've actually never seen, I don't think, the first Captain America. So I'm gonna have to watch it. Is it good?
Yeah, it's like a solid Marvel movie. Like I haven't seen it in a long time, like probably 10 years plus, and I forgot most of what happened in it. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. I actually kind of like that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I think it still stands that he is the third best trilogy, because that was the movie I was worried about like, because I haven't seen it in a while, and the second one and the third one are great. So I was kind of worried, like, well, there's no one else
like it,
and it did. So pretty solid.
Cool. Well, I wish you guys good luck in your Marvel movie journey. This week's been kind of the same theme as yours: work, and work. Got to have fun yesterday though. Went to a baseball game, kind of for free. My fiance's company was doing like a little like meet and greet / event, I guess. So it was in Huntington Park, where the Columbus Clippers. It's kind of like the Dayton Dragons. It's in AA baseball league, so nothing crazy.
What's their mascot?
I don't even know.
It's like seagull?
Maybe their mascot looks like a baseball, but I feel like I don't know why they would have a baseball as their mascot.
I went to, I think, a Clippers game when I was really young, and I had the mascot sign these baseball cards I had of them, and they both signed my hat. And I think that was the team you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. So we went to go see them yesterday. Well, okay, I'll take that back. We didn't actually see the Clippers. So for some reason, I was told that it was a Clippers game. We went. We had like little box office seats. They had like a free buffet with a bunch of hot dogs and burgers. So it was pretty good. But then they started playing, and I was like, who are these guys? Like, I don't know who any of them were in terms of like the color. Like, they were wearing completely, I know Clippers are like blue and red, or blue and white, I think. They were wearing like, one team was wearing, I think, like red, and then our team was wearing green. And I was like, what is this? I guess it's like an off-brand, another team that plays there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was enjoyable. It's too bad. I was actually going to ask you, Meredith from The Office is actually going to be at the actual Clippers game tonight.
Really?
7:30. Yeah. So I was going to ask, I can't make it, but I saw that yesterday. I was like, oh, one day short. And I guess she's going to be like out in the front. And
why is she there?
I don't know. I have no idea. They just advertised it yesterday. But that was fun. That was, it was a good time. I like double fisted a lot of hot dogs because I've been on like this weight loss stuff, been trying to eat healthy. So I've eaten really healthy all week. And then yesterday I was just like, let's just be free. So I ate, I think, 2 hot dogs, 2 burgers, 2 helpings of mac and cheese and a whole bunch of cookies.
Dang.
So it wasn't very good. But yeah, got to keep it going. But yeah, so pretty good week, solid week. There was a pretty decent amount of news this week regarding some kind of video games. One,
dude, I'm so excited for one topic.
He's excited for one of the topics that we're going to be talking about. One is about Epic Games Store. It used to be poppin'. I don't think not a lot of people use Epic. I mean, Fortnite is.
What is Epic Games? I thought they were they're a gaming company, right?
They are, but they have their own storefront. So they're kind of like Steam, where they have games and stuff.
Because I knew they made Fortnite, and then like I played another game called Dauntless, where you fight like these big monsters, and that was an Epic Games game.
Yeah. So it started out as like a company, as just like one game, I think, Fortnite, and then they kind of branched out, got a bunch of other games, and then they made a storefront. So they announced this week that they will be giving out these things called Epic Rewards, essentially trying to save their storefront by giving people free money, which is always good. Love some free money. So if you buy any games from the Epic Games shop, I guess a portion of whatever you spend, it looks like 5%, which isn't a lot, will be given back in-game items. So say you purchase Fortnite or a game, 5% of that, so $60 or whatever, 5% of that will be given back to you in-game rewards, which isn't very much, but I think they're trying to save their storefront. So it's kind of cool. It would be cool it'd be cool if more storefronts would do that. It would be cool if you could get like some in-game stuff, but yeah, big kudos to them. Another big topic this week that I know you're hyped about.
Yeah.
Very hyped about. Five Nights at Freddy's. The movie trailer got released on, was it 2 days ago? 3 days ago?
I think Wednesday. Could be wrong. Dude.
So go on. You're hyped about it. I know you are.
I like the games. I used to watch Markiplier play them all the time back when I think like in 2014, like that's where they really like kicked off. I remember watching him play it, and then I remember going home. My parents wouldn't be home for like 2 hours because they were both working, so I'd be home alone. I would just watch Markiplier FNAF videos, and then I'd watch Game Theory. He would make these like lore videos and like theories about the game. I'd watch those all the time. So like I didn't really play it that much because I didn't have like the console to play it on. But I watched tons of videos about it, and then finally it was released on the Xbox, so I bought it on there. And then my youngest sister, she loves FNAF now. Like she's been drawing her own little like OC, like original characters, and just the regular characters is doing stuff. So she's excited for this. My girlfriend's excited for this. I'm excited for this. Freaking Matthew Lillard is going to be Afton. That's freaking exciting. Do you know Matthew Lillard?
Sounds familiar, but
he's Shaggy in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies.
Gotcha. Know who he is now.
He was also in Scream. He was one of the, spoiler alert, but he's one of the bad guys in that.
Okay.
And that's exciting. And then freaking, what's his name? Josh Hutcherson, Peter Malark. He's going to be in it.
Dude.
He's like the main character.
I'm kind of hyped now that you're starting to name the characters, or like the actors. I'm starting to get a little hyped for this. One thing that so a lot of people are against video game movies. Yeah. I've seen it a lot. People are just against it. I'm actually a lot for it because I think it's really cool bridging the gap of like video game, because it's all art in a sense. Like bridging the gap between video games and movies, I think is just pretty cool because there's a lot of things that were movies, like the Harry Potter video game. It was a movie first. Well, technically it was a book first, then movie. And then it got to become a video game. I think it's really cool to kind of bridge all those gaps of entertainment. So I'm definitely excited, especially after Uncharted was really good. Loved Uncharted. Mario movie, Uncharted's good. You got to watch it. Mario movie was really good. So we're on a pretty good trend of video game movies right now, and so I'm pretty hyped. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
I don't mind them making them, but they often are not good. Like the Assassin's Creed movie, I heard was really bad. The one I'm mad about is I love Halo, and they made a TV show about Halo on Paramount Plus. No, I think it was Paramount, yeah, last year, and it just was not the game at all. Like it was, from what I heard, I haven't watched it because I heard it was terrible. But like I heard, like Master Chief takes his mask off like half the show. You never see his face in the actual games. I think he has
Oh
sex
yeah,
with
I've
like
heard
an alien woman or something weird like that. Like I just heard it was garbage. But on the other hand, I watched The Last of Us TV show and I played some of the game, and like that was a solid TV show. And like you said Uncharted is good, Mario is good, The Last of Us is good. So I'm hoping this is good. I honestly don't even care, even if it is good. I'm just
that.
excited just to
Yeah,
be because they talked about this like years ago. Like they're like, yeah, we're making a movie. Oh, this director quit. We got a new one. Oh, he quit. Oh, like they had a bunch of setbacks and all that, but it's finally coming. I don't really care if it's bad or good. Like
yeah.
I'm just excited.
Just kind of to reiterate, there was 8 years of rumors, restarts, leaks, and stuff. So it's been kind of in the talks for 8 years. So yeah, it's definitely exciting. October 27th, I guess, is the release date.
I'll be there.
So we should see it then. And then I don't know if it's going to come straight on to Peacock, but
I think it might.
it might come straight on Peacock. So might be able to watch it for free if you do have a Peacock account. So yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to. Kind of the last segment of news that I want to talk about was it was actually a big thing about a week ago. A YouTuber crashed a plane purposely full into a mountain, trying to do like a GTA kind of video thing. Yes.
I've not heard of this.
So it was originally, from what I'm seeing, he posted it as kind of like, oh, look what happened. And he posted kind of in his plane, the engine went out or something. And then he decided to jump out of the plane and kind of land safely while his plane rams into the side of the mountain. And later down the road, people were kind of asking questions like, okay, so I guess I didn't watch the video. I think the video's down. But I guess he didn't even really try to start the engine again. He just kind of went out and he was like, oh, I guess I got to jump out, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So people were asking questions, and it turns out that he actually faked it to do kind of a stunt, which is kind of stupid. I don't know why you would do that. I feel like we see all the time, like YouTuber died trying to do this certain thing for a video. Like, it's just so dumb.
I've seen
why
do
that
climb on buildings to do like to record their video and they slip and fall.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why they do it.
It's so bad. And he's also facing so right now he's facing 20 years in prison for what he did. So
for what exactly?
I don't know exactly.
Like, did he break a law by doing that?
I'm assuming by endangering.
Yes.
His plane could have landed anywhere, not just into the mountain. So I think that's the biggest thing. But yeah, 20 years for just being kind of stupid. So if anybody's watching this and wants to jump out of a plane or something as a joke, don't do it. Don't do it.
Or stage it better than he did.
Or be better. Stage it better. So yeah, that's kind of the news we wanted to discuss earlier in this podcast. So now we're kind of moving into Zelda. New game released. Question for you: Zelda Breath of the Wild. I almost forgot the name. What'd you think of it? Did you play it?
Nope.
Okay, I played it.
A single Zelda game. I've been offered. One of my roommates has it, and she's offering it to me. And like, I'll try it out maybe, but like, I just never really liked Zelda. So like,
that's crazy. I don't know. It's so I didn't play. So I've watched people play like on the Wii. I remember when Zelda was big on the Wii and all this. But I played Breath of the Wild for a hot minute. Like I was playing it for a few weeks, and it's really, really fun.
That's what I've been told.
It's fun, and I really want to buy it. So I haven't played the new Tears of Kingdom. I think it's Tears of Kingdom is the new one. I haven't played the new one because I've heard that the new one is basically a Breath of the Wild 2. So it's kind of like I don't think you have to play the first one first, but it's better. So I'm thinking about getting back into Breath of Wild so then I can play Tears of Kingdom.
Yeah.
But But yeah, I've heard really, really good things
Yeah,
about Tears of Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Big thing, IGN gave it a 10 out of 10, which isn't very common.
yeah.
Usually I think their average ratings are usually like a 6 or 7. So big ups for a 10 on IGN. And then also on OpenCritic, I guess Tears of Kingdom is now the highest rated game on that. Even
Really?
yeah, they've rated it higher than any other game, which is crazy. So kind of they have like with their best games ever. So their highest rated games, they have The Legend of Zelda, Tears of Kingdom, which is what we were talking about, and then Super Mario Odyssey. Then they have Breath of the Wild third. So they got Breath of the Wild third, Mario Odyssey, and then Tears of the Kingdom. They have Red Dead Redemption 2, Elden Ring, God of War, The Last of Us Remastered. So yeah, that's kind of the list. But the fact that they rated that number 1 over all those other games, that's pretty crazy.
I've played Odyssey. Like I beat it, and it was a fun game. It reminded me of Mario 64, which is one of my favorite Mario games. So the fact that it got higher than that, and Red Dead 2, I was gonna ask about that because that is an amazing game, and it's 3 higher than that.
Yes.
I mean, I probably have to check out Breath of the Wild then. It's even below that.
Yeah, I mean, I might do a little bit of more research, and if any of you guys that are listening can give a good kind of comment or anything, I would be definitely interested if you need to play Breath of the Wild to play Tears of Kingdom. If not, then I might just go straight to Tears of Kingdom. I might just wait, because I heard the one thing I did like about Breath of the Wild was they had hard bosses,
Yeah.
but the problem is they had hard bosses, so you'd be stuck at a boss for like, I don't know, a long time unless you're really, really good, which I'm decent. But that was one thing that I didn't like about that game was it was just I felt like I was always stuck on boss battles. But when you beat it, it was like the best satisfaction ever.
You know what you should play then?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring or Dark Souls. That's the exact same feeling.
But I see that's why I stopped playing Breath of the Wild though, because it was like I was just stuck for too long, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm going to the next.
Dark Souls is linear like that. If you're stuck on a boss, you're kind of screwed until you beat them. But Elden Ring, if you get stuck on a boss, you can just go across the map and fight someone like a little bit lower leveled, and then level up from them, and then go back and try.
I might have to try it. I know I do want to play Elden Ring for sure. That's definitely a game on my list of
really fun
to play.
The only videos I see of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is for Breath of the Wild, it's someone shooting like 50 arrows into like a boss's face, and then they eat like a fruit, and then they slow down time and shoot like another bomb on them, and like the boss like dies in one hit, which is like supposedly like a good thing. Like apparently the boss is supposed to like die like really, it's supposed to be really hard, but they can like one shot it by doing all this weird stuff. The videos I see for Tears of the Kingdom is people killing, I forget what the species is called, but they put like, there's one where they crucified one and they just burnt the cross down and like the creature died. One of them they put in like this platform and shot him into like the sky. Like they just keep finding weird ways to kill these species, and it's kind of funny, but I have no idea what is going on, like what the plot of the story is. Like they're just going out of the way to kill these people. I'm like, all right, that's pretty fun, I guess.
Nice. So you said, are you picking up Tears of Kingdom or are you not?
I would want to play Breath of the Wild first if I were to.
See, that's my thing is I want to beat Breath of the Wild first, but I feel like that's going to take too much time. I don't know.
Look it up.
I don't know. We'll see. To kind of, you got something?
I was just going to say, I've heard good things about Tears and Breath, so I feel like I have to at some point in my life, but Zelda never did it for me, I don't know why.
Yeah, it was never a franchise that I was like, oh, I can't wait for the next Zelda game. Like I've never been like that ever, but they seem to always be good. Yeah. But also anything that Nintendo releases is usually pretty good, like hard. And we'll talk about this in a little bit because we're going to be rating our favorite franchises of Nintendo. We got Mario, Animal Crossing, Zelda, and then what is the other one?
Pokemon.
So, I mean, solid 4. Like, I can't even imagine how much money each individual franchise makes, but like solid 4.
The one Zelda game I do actually want to play is the Majora's Mask.
Okay.
I know it's like the creepiest one, and like I don't think scary, but like it's pretty like creepy. Like there's the moon coming down with the face. Like that one I always like the concept of like a creepy little game like that. So that's the one I've always been like, oh, I want to try that out. And I think they remade it for the 3DS, and I almost bought it once. But other than that, I've never been like,
Is it on the Switch?
I want to try this Zelda. I have no idea. I haven't checked. I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
I might have booted it over, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be. Well, to kind of continue the Zelda love, I got some interesting, and since you haven't played many Zelda games, I guess you got a 50-50 shot, so it's not like...
Ooh, these are what? Oh, are you doing it to me now? What I did to you last week?
Correct, yes.
Yeah,
So we have 50-50 shot of if it's fact or fiction. So I got some pretty cool, like, interesting facts or fictions about Zelda.
gotcha.
And you just need to say if it's a fact or fiction. So the first is Link is right-handed. So you have a 50-50 shot. He's either the right-handed or left-handed. Which one is it?
Okay. I'm only basing this off of the amiibo I've seen of Tears of the... He has his arm out, and it's like all blue and stuff. I'm assuming he's right-handed.
False. He is left-handed. In all the games, he's left-handed other than the Wii version of Twilight Princess. That's the only one he's right-handed in. And I think that the reason for that one is because everybody holds the Wii remote with the right hand. So that was the only one. So you're 0 for 0 or 0 for 1 so far.
All right.
Next question. Mario and Link, I guess Zelda, were created by the same person.
That's false. Are you serious? That man made Mario and Zelda or Link?
So he created not only Super Mario but also Donkey Kong. So I don't know how to say his name. Shigeru Miyamoto created Donkey Kong, Super Mario, so all the Super Mario stuff, and then also created the Legend of Zelda franchise as well.
Like
pretty nuts.
Dude, he made both.
That guy is living very handsomely right now.
That's like 2 of Nintendo's biggest stuff.
All right.
Jeez.
Another question. So right now you're 0 for 2. So the movie that provided the inspiration for the original Legend of Zelda was Indiana Jones.
False?
Bro! True.
What's the correlation? I don't understand.
That's just what I guess Miyamoto, his name. He just wanted to bring adventure to gaming, and so that's what that was the inspiration.
Dude, what? That's like okay. I don't say those were correlated. Dang.
All right. Next question. Vince, do you know who Vince Vaughn is?
Yes.
He named his daughter after the daughter. He named his daughter after Princess Zelda. True or
that
false?
Is false. That's Robin Williams.
Got him. Nice one. There we go.
I knew that was going to come up. I'm like, I need to know this.
How did you know that? You just know it?
When I was younger, I had, the Guinness Book of World Records?
Yes.
Yeah. There was a gaming edition one, and I'm pretty sure I had like 3 of them, and I'm pretty sure in one of them it mentioned that Robin named his daughter after that game.
You are correct. And I think that is gonna be. This is interesting. Okay. The original Zelda game. Okay. This isn't fact or fiction. This is just you giving a number because I'm curious on what you would think. Yeah. The original Zelda game. What do you think the fastest time to beat that game is?
Normally, or like if you speed run it?
Speed run. Like, what's the fastest
Dude,
record for that right now?
people beating games in like 30 seconds. Like I've probably I can't be that stupid. I'm gonna say like 5 minutes.
That's speedy. Have you never played a Zelda game? Have you? You don't have no idea.
I've not played it.
They're long. They are long.
Yeah, but
All
some
right,
people like.
I'll tell you, it's a lot more than 5 minutes.
Okay,
No, I don't know about a lot more, but it's more than 5 minutes.
like 9 then.
28 minutes and 30
that.
or 28 minutes 50 seconds, and they use an exploit. So could you imagine how long it would take to actually get through the game if the fastest speed is 28 minutes and 50 seconds and an exploit is used?
I've seen videos of people play Pokemon and like they glitch through walls and all this stuff to like go to the final boss. I'm like, okay, dude, like I don't get it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get into speedrunning. Speedrunning's been like one of those things, like I would love to get into it, but you have to like dedicate so much time, and you can't like, I mean, I guess you can, but it's not very viable to speedrun a bunch of games. You have to just study one game. Like, I know a lot of people do Super Mario on the Super Mario 64. That's a big one. I just know I know that funny enough, that SpongeBob Bikini Bottom game, that has a lot of speedrunners. I don't know if you ever played that game.
I'm not surprised. That seems like a very speedrunny game.
Yeah. So there's a lot of games I would love to speedrun, but I just don't have the time or just effort, I guess. I don't know.
I think it'd be fun, but I would be too stressed out of like I can't mess this up. If I do one little thing, I'm probably quitting for like a year. Like,
I couldn't
that.
I couldn't do a game that would take like hours. I would have to do a game that's like 30 minutes. Because like say you have a speed run and the record is like 9 hours, and you get to that 7-hour mark and just something goes wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like those 7 hours gone. At least like if it's 30 minutes, you go 15 minutes in, you screw something up. At least you only lost 15 minutes of your life, where, you know, I couldn't deal with that.
I forget the whole story, but there was a guy speedrunning Mario, and something, I think a solar beam, like
a solar beam,
not a solar beam, but you know, like the what the sun shoots off at us. What's that called? Is that
solar rays or
solar ray? I guess, yeah. Apparently, as he was speedrunning, like a solar ray like got through the magnetic field and like it messed up his screen and moved like a pixel, and that made him become like the fastest speedrunner because like the freaking sun broke the game or something stupid. You should look it up.
That's actually crazy that you said that, because I thought it was an excuse when you were talking about it. I thought it was like the solar rays messed him up and that's why he didn't get the record. And I was like, that's the fakest excuse I've ever heard in my entire life. But now that you said that it actually helped him get the record, I'm like, damn, okay. That's actually interesting.
It was an ionizing particle from outer space to help a Mario speedrunner save time. I don't know if he won, but like it definitely boosted up like his speed, and like you can't recreate that.
That's
like,
awesome. Well, you could just get some like
you got it right.
Yeah, that's awesome. So the next segment we're going to go into is one I'm personally excited about because I think we have a lot to talk about. I think this one can really go on for a little bit. So Nintendo has a few different franchises. We're going to talk about 4 and rate them 1, 2, 3, and 4 as best. In my opinion, there's one that's just automatic one.
Me too.
You want to say it at the same time? You want to say it at the same time?
Yeah,
3, 2, 1. Mario.
Pokemon.
Bro, no, absolutely not. This might get heated then. Pokemon. Okay, really? Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I just smashed my mic.
You're so angry.
Interesting. Okay, so you have Pokemon as 1. I have Mario as 1. Let me give you my reasoning for Mario as 1.
All right.
Number 1, I have 3 actually. Super Smash Bros. Well, does Super Smash Bros count as Mario?
I think that's its own thing.
Okay, if that counts as its own thing,
everyone in it.
Okay, the next question is Mario Kart its own thing, or is that Mario?
I think Mario Kart. I think anything that has the word Mario in it, or Luigi, or maybe your Toad Treasure Tracker, that's all Mario games.
Kirby? Kirby's Mario, right?
Kirby is its own thing.
Kirby is its own thing. Okay, so all right, so Mario Kart itself is massive. And then you have Mario, just the regular Mario. You have Mario Galaxy, you have Mario Odyssey. millions of Mario video games, where I understand that Pokemon has a lot of games as well, but a lot of the Pokemon. Okay, so I guess I'm kind of a little biased because I haven't played a single Pokemon game. Probably I haven't probably played it fully through. I've played them, but I haven't played it fully through. So to me, all Pokemon games are the same. They all, you go, you explore, you find Pokemon, you get better, you beat people, and rinse and repeat. That's how I look at Pokemon games. Mario games, I feel like, are different because like Mario Galaxy, Mario Odyssey, and Mario Kart are all three different games.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's why I would probably categorize Mario as one. Now I do have, my number 2 is rough. But I'll let you go and talk about kind of why you think Pokemon is number 1 in the Nintendo franchise.
First off, if I recall correctly, I'm pretty sure Pokemon is the most profitable like franchise ever. So I like the games. I watched some of the anime. I don't really care for the anime that much. But the playing cards, I used to love those as a kid. I still collect them every now and then if I can. I don't really play for the game, but I love the art on everyone. So I mainly collect it for that. So that's fun. There's always a chance for like the rare cards, like the holographic on all that stuff. Gaming wise, though, I will say Pokemon does have a very, it's not the same thing. Like, I guess kind of, but it doesn't have like a Mario Kart or a Mario Party or
Mario Party. That's another one. I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, it's the Pokemon game, which in itself is fun. I played Leaf Green. I never finished it, but the one I fully played was Soul Silver, and I love that game. I used to watch videos of people playing it, and like, a big thing for me is the shinies. Like, I like trying to collect the shinies. I have like less than 10 across every game ever, but like that's always a fun. You know what shinies are?
No.
It's like a 1 in like 2,000th chance, or maybe more, that you can find a Pokemon that's a different color than what it should be, and it has like a sparkle effect, and they're super rare. Like there's tons of YouTube videos of people like just doing shiny hunting, and like they just collect shinies the whole time. It takes forever, but I always like that. But I just love the idea of like these little creatures that you can evolve, you fight people with, and every game is kind of the same, but there's always new guys introduced. You can always try to find your favorites, and it's just like a fun. It's just a fun little game. And then they branched out with Pokemon Legends and Scarlet and Violet. Those are more open world, so you can go wherever you want. They are kind of glitchy, and like because the Switch is having a hard time like loading everything, which is a fair like argument, but I didn't really care. Like, it was fun just going wherever you wanted to, and I like that they have an open world now, because now, like you said, it's not very linear. You can go to this town and go all the way like across the map to like a different town and like take on that gym boss, and it's always fun fighting the bosses, like trying to level up, become the champion. I just like having little guys fight each other. It's just really fun.
Little dudes. Okay, got one question for you. Did you ever have a Pokewalker?
The little portable.
It was like, yeah, and you'd walk with it.
Yeah, I got that from my Soul Silver one.
Dude, that was you brought back like memories when you were talking about the video games. That was so much fun to play, because I did the cards too. Yeah. But the little Pokewalker where you'd be like walking around, and then I remember at like elementary, it'd be like recess, and I'd take mine out and be like, "Did I find anything?"
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Do you play Pokemon Go? I play that. Not as often.
I haven't got into that as I played it when it first came out, but I haven't got into it as much. People are still playing. I know it was really hyped a while ago, but I heard that it's still really relevant. So I might have to look into it.
Whenever I go to like a new place, I'll check it. But like, it's not like a game I'll play like at home. Like, if I'm home right now, I'm not gonna like say, "Oh, what's like a gym nearby me?" Like, I don't want to walk over there. Like, if I'm already out and about, then like I'll check and do that stuff. Also, I forgot to mention the legendaries. I like that there's kind of like tiers of Pokemon. There's like the regular guys, then there's cooler guys, but then you have the legendary on the box art. Like, that's the one you want. So you play up until you catch that guy. Like, that was a cool aspect. I always loved catching all the legendaries in every game.
Yeah.
Just a great time.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Pokemon is good. Mario is good. I mean, I think those are solid. I mean, for me at least, 1 and 2s. I mean, is that like? Could I say
Mario's
2 for you? Okay, so 3. Between what, Zelda and Animal Crossing, who do you got?
Never played Zelda, so that might be last for me. I played Animal Crossing. My sister got into it. Everyone got into it during quarantine. I was like, I guess I'll try it out. I got kind of far, and then I quit for like a week, and I came back. I had no idea what I was doing. I forgot my whole entire goal. I'm like, I'm just stuck here now. And I hate that when you leave for a while, your little villagers always they're either mad at you or they're really sad, and that makes me feel bad either way. So I'm like, I can't join back because it's been like a month now, and now they're gonna be super angry at me. I don't want to
They
deal
hunt
with
you down too. Like, you show up in the game and they're like, "Oh, look at this guy," and then they run up to him.
And I check my mailbox, and it's like, oh, you missed like 5 birthdays. I'm like, oh, I can't show my face anymore. I gotta leave.
Yeah, that is the one thing about Animal Crossing that I don't like is, like, if you're the time thing is cool. It's good, but it's also bad. So, like, the time being in reality. So, like, if there's if you play 4th of July, you get 4th of July fun stuff to do in the game, which I think is really cool. I think a lot more games should maybe do stuff like that.
I did like that.
But like you said, with it actually dealing with time is like when you get back, it's like when you haven't played for a month, then they treat you like you haven't played for a month. And it's like, dude, I just want to get on and enjoy myself. I wish you would just pick back up where you left off instead of kind of making you regret that you're even back in the first place. And it's just like, all right.
Yeah, like I don't want to be here anymore. I want to have fun on my island. Everyone's coming after me.
Yeah. So
I didn't even quit because like I was bored. It was just like I was busy. I couldn't play for a few days, and I came back and I'm like, well, I need to cut wood or trees down to get wood to make a concert stage, but I don't have the money or the wood, and I can't make that much money because he wants it today. I'm like, I'm stressing me out. These guys are yelling at me behind my back. I can't deal with this.
And I hate how, like, back to kind of the time thing too, is like things take time to do and you can just fast forward in time. So like you're pretty much, I mean, I hate to say it, but you're kind of incentivized to cheat by just fast forwarding your Switch or your Wii or whatever it's on. Like I did that all the time when I was playing. Like, you know, the structure needed 3 days to build. And I'm like, I'm not going to play in like I could just type in 3 days from now and play right now. So that's I would probably put, man, it's really hard, but I think I'm going to put Zelda as 3 just because of what I've played with Breath of the Wild. And then I'm putting Animal Crossing at 4 just because I haven't played a ton of Animal Crossing. And whenever I do, it'll be really fun for a day or two.
Yeah.
But then it gets old like within days, I hate to say it.
My sister still plays it, and she like sends me photos and she's like, oh, look, I redid my whole entire island. I made a whole new house. I have a new villager. I'm like, how
do you have that?
Doing that? Like, I want to be there.
I don't know. Females really like Animal Crossing. I don't know if it's like maybe it's marketed more towards like females and like girls because they have a lot of different things. But I don't know. I've noticed that too. Like my fiance, she sometimes plays it. Yeah. But I've seen a lot more like when I'll talk to people, they'll be like, yeah, my wife or my girlfriend still plays every time. Yeah. I'm just like, dang, like they got them hooked, I guess. I don't know.
The only Zelda game I've ever played is, I say I haven't played it, but on my old DSi, there was a Zelda game for free that I bought. And it was the game where you can switch between a red, a blue, the regular Link, and then a purple Link. And there's like 4 of them. You can like swap between them. I don't know what the game was called.
I don't know the game title, but I know what you're talking about.
And I don't know if it was the full version, because it might have been, but I don't know why they gave me it for free. But I played that, and then my bumper broke on my DS, and I couldn't switch between links anymore. And I was like, I can't play this anymore.
I can't play it anymore.
And I got a new DSi, and then I don't know. I think it got deleted off my old one because I don't know where it was. I can't turn it back on and find it. So that's my only experience with Zelda, and it was
very fun.
yeah, I was just like, this is fun for a little bit, but I don't know what I'm doing, and then I can't play anymore. So I'm like, I don't know, it didn't really impress me.
So, because we talked a lot of trash about Animal Crossing, I do have something I want to say that I really do like about Animal Crossing, and that is, I would say the collecting of it, but more specifically the fishing. I love fishing
Oh,
in
yeah.
Animal Crossing. I could sit there and I could fish all damn day. And it's so cool, like when you catch a species that you haven't caught before, and it's
Yeah.
like, because they have big on the newer games, they have bigger species. Like in the older games, they all kind of look the same.
Yeah.
But I think there's like, I don't know exactly how many there are, so don't quote me on it. And anybody that's watching, don't get angry. But I think there's like over 80 at least. So
That's
there's a
right.
lot to catch. Insects too is kind of fun to catch, and then
Yeah.
the fossils are pretty cool too. So I do like the collecting of Animal Crossing. I think that's really cool. Really
I
cool.
caught a seahorse one time and I put him in my little house, and I was like in a little jar in my room.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Animal Crossing, I do like the time, like how if it's nighttime in the game, sunset, it's sunset in the game. I like that. I like the seasons change, like it's snowy during the winter, and like during the fall, the leaves are falling off and all that. And I do like it is annoying, but I do like how it's real time. Like, oh, you have to wait 3 days.
Yeah, it's like pros and cons. It's not like, I don't know. I think it averages out.
Yeah, because like if I have to wait 3 days, then I can put the Switch down for 3 days, do whatever I want for 3 days, come back, it's built, do whatever I want. Oh, it takes 24 hours. I can put it down for a day. Like that's cool and all, but like you said, I'm like, I want it now. Why can't the structure be here? Right here. It's so annoying.
So yeah, so that's, I think we've kind of covered it. So we have similar twos or like similar top twos and similar bottom twos, but they're flipped. So I have Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, Animal Crossing, and then what was yours?
Pokemon and Mario, Animal Crossing, Zelda.
Okay.
I do like Mario. Like I feel like Mario and Pokemon could be interchangeable, but
Yeah, they're close.
something about Pokemon just puts it a little bit over. Like I love Mario Kart. I love Mario Party. I have the regular 3DS. No, I have the new Super Mario Bros. On the DS. I have new Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS. I have the Nintendo 64, which is my like favorite Mario game. I played Odyssey. I've played I got on my Switch recently. It's like the Switch version of the Wii U version. Like that's fun.
Yeah, the one thing I'll kind of like, not to like hit this topic super hard, but the one thing about Mario that I think is really cool that Pokemon doesn't have, well, I don't know, you could argue with me about it, but I feel like Mario anybody can pick up. Like you can go up to your like mom or dad and we can all play Mario together, and everybody kind of knows what they're doing a little bit. Pokemon I feel like is something that's more like niche, but if somebody loves Pokemon, they love Pokemon. Like it's fun. But Mario it has that like more broad audience.
Mario is more family, I think, friendly, like a family game. Pokemon is more single player. I'll tell you what, I had no idea what I was doing when I played Soul Silver. I had a Typhlosion who was level like 90. Everyone else was like level 20 because I didn't know to level up everyone else. So he was just like my tank. He would take all the hits and I would have him fight water types and he's a fire type. So like that's his weakness. But I would just put him out there hoping he would kill it. And that's how I played it until I learned later on. I'm like, oh yeah, I can level up everyone else. So it's like an even team. It's not just this one.
Yeah, there's definitely a learning process with it. But that would be our Nintendo franchise rankings. If any of you guys have your own, feel free to put them down in the comments or wherever you're seeing
why Pokemon is really good and why it's the best.
Yes, put why you love Mario. That is it for the podcast. Pretty good one. We got some good news. We had some. We talked about Zelda. Talked about the ratings. Talked about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Talked about our Nintendo franchise ranking. So overall, I think it was a solid podcast. But yeah, we'll leave you with this. And then we will be back next week. You have anything else?
Not really, dude.
Sweet. Alrighty, guys. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will see you guys next week. Peace out.